Hey, what's going on, Midnight Watchers? It's Mike, founder of Midnight Paranormal Society. So, right now that everyone is in quarantine, and I don't know about you all who are watching, but for me here in Texas, here in San Antonio, right now we're currently, I guess, in lockdown. You can't go out at certain times, and if you do, there's fines. So I was thinking, you know what, MPS is all about bringing awareness, about educating the community, our viewers. We're all about, you know, encouraging people to share their experiences with the paranormal. And what a better way and a better time while you're at home, while you're staying in, being safe, washing your hands, not touching your face, wearing a mask if you do go out. Um, and so, since you're doing all those things, what a better way while we are home, while we are trying to be safe, than to share a personal experience of mine with the paranormal. So let me go ahead and share this one. I hope you all enjoy this experience that I'm about to share. It was a time in my life where I was going through some really bad stuff with my family, my immediate family. But anyway, so this experience takes place at a friend's house. So what ended up happening was I got invited to stay over at a friend's grandmother's house. So I go over, I'm there, we're watching movies. And what ends up happening is while we're watching TV, time passes by super fast. By the time you know it, my friend went to bed and I was alone, awake, watching TV alone. So I'm watching the TV, and I guess the TV had a timer. Well, all of a sudden, the TV just shuts off, just powers off with it, because I guess it has a timer, self timer, to shut off at a certain time. So I'm sitting there in the pitch black. I'm looking around the house, and it's just completely blacked out. Right to my right is a door that leads to the hallway of the house, and of course it leads to the other rooms in the house. To my left is the sofa I'm on, and the kitchen area, or the dining area, and the TV's in front of me. So I'm sitting there with the lights completely off. Well, as I'm sitting there, I hear the sound, and mind you, this is all wooden floors. I hear the sound as if someone's walking on the floor in the distance, but it sounds like if they're wearing socks, where it's not like, it's not heavy footsteps, but you can kind of hear the softness of the socks as they're walking across the wooden floors. It's an older home here in San Antonio. All of a sudden, the door to my right, I can hear the steps getting closer and closer and closer. All of a sudden, I turn to look at the door handle, and I look at the door handle, and I can see the handle moving as if the door's gonna open and someone's gonna come walking through. So I'm just standing there looking. I'm not standing there. I'm sitting down looking at the door. Well, as it's opening, almost like a part of a scary movie, you hear the door creaking, and then it opened, or it says slowly opening. Something told me to close my eyes, like if I was asleep. So I closed my eyes and act like I was asleep. All of a sudden, when my eyes are closed, I can feel the presence of someone walking in front of me, and that whomever's there stops directly in front of me, and you feel that breeze where they stopped right in front of me. All of a sudden, in my mind, I get this, just I get filled with fear for some reason. Not sure why. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I don't. I've never been scared before being in that house, but I just got this fear for some reason. All of a sudden, like when my eyes are closed, I try to peek a little bit, open my eyes, and there's nobody standing there. And I'm like, wait a second. And my mom like, I felt the person walk in front of me. All of a sudden, when my eyes are closed, I feel the person move in front of me, kind of like take off walking, and you can hear the footsteps. I open my eyes and I look to the left, and there's nobody there, but I can hear the footsteps walking away from me. I just got chills, and I became so cold, and I was so terrified. Mind you, I was a teenager. I'm so terrified that this is happening. I hear the footsteps go to the kitchen. All of a sudden, I hear the door from the refrigerator open, and I can hear somebody going through the fridge. So as I'm hearing whomever's in there, moving the food around, I can hear the cabinets opening, closing. I can hear the dish rack being moved, like the dishes. And then all of a sudden, I hear the steps go back because it goes like a circle, go back to the hallway, come back towards me. And as they're coming back, I pushed the door closed this time because mind you, it stayed open. Right when I pushed it closed, I felt the resistance of someone like catching the door to keep it open. And as I held onto the door, I felt like where it's being pushed. And so I let go and I kept my eyes closed. And I felt the presence of the person come walk in front of me. And I heard the steps and it just stops directly in front of me. The moment it does that, I say out loud, I don't know who you are or why you're here. I said, but I mean you no harm. I'm just a guest staying the night. My name is Mike. Please don't hurt me. All I'm trying to do is make it to the morning and I'm out of here. I promise you. So all of a sudden, the footsteps take off again, walking towards the dining area that leads to the kitchen. And when I hear the footsteps go into the kitchen area, I mean I'm beyond terrified. I step up, or stand up, and I literally dash to the front door. I unlocked the door. I went outside and I literally sat out there. And this happened to be around maybe 4:30 in the morning. I sat out there and I said, I'm gonna sit here till the sun comes up, and I'm not going back into the house. I was so terrified being in there because again, this is before me becoming a paranormal investigator. Yeah, I had other experiences even when I was younger, but imagine, you can hear all the commotion going on and feeling that presence, and there's nobody there. So what ended up happening was morning came, the sun rose, and my friend wakes up. All of a sudden, as my friend wakes up, I said, listen, I need to talk to you. I said, last night while I was here and we're watching TV, you fell asleep. The TV had a timer to turn off the TV. When it shut off, I just sat in the dark and I explained the experience I had by hearing the footsteps. And they were like, oh, don't worry. That's just my grandmother. That's my grandma. She passed away in the hospital, but this was her house. So we feel that it's her spirit that's just wandering the house. After that moment, I never wanted to go back into that house. I was so terrified. And so, of course, I never went back. I was too afraid. I've passed by there, several times throughout the years, and I just wondered if the place was still haunted, whether it was the grandmother or just something else, but this place was definitely haunted. That night felt like it was never going to end. I mean, sitting there in the dark and just feeling that presence walking in front of me and just feeling the wind on my legs, feeling that presence, someone walking by. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that moment. That was very terrifying. Now it's different now. If I had the opportunity to go back into the house and investigate, I'll do it. I'll do it in a heartbeat. But at the time, it was just one of those moments where I was definitely terrified. So that's the end of that experience. I'm definitely gonna have more experiences to share during this time while we are in quarantine because of this coronavirus. I hope that everybody enjoyed this experience. Please be safe. Continue to wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't go out if you don't have to. Please be safe. I'm going to have new content coming out to our page to help pass the time. So don't worry. It's on its way. But if you like this video, please like the video or the posting, like it. If you can, share it. And also, one thing that I did want to do is, like I mentioned before on a different post, if you have a paranormal experience that you've had, I don't care if you're a kid, if, now that you're an adult, no matter what time in your life it happened, if you want to share it, please, send me a video if you like of your experience. Or if not, we can talk and we can do it live over Facebook. That way others who are like yourself can hear your story, and maybe they'll want to open up. It'll be like a chain reaction, and then more people would want to share. So again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it. once this coronavirus passes, or gets better, where we can come out, go out and just go back to our normal lives. At that time, MPS will be back, and ready to investigate. We already have stuff lined up. It's just a matter of this passing. Um, for me, it's all about safety. I don't want my team to get sick. They're my family. It's my family. I love them to death. I love them. And the smart thing to do was to just take the time and be safe at home. So thank you again for watching. We love you all, our Midnight Watchers. We thank you for the support, for the constant love that you bring to our page. We can't experience that anywhere else except for our MPS page. So hope you have a wonderful night or morning wherever you're at. Right now it's about 2:20 a.m. I'm still awake. I can't sleep. I'm watching TV right now, but at the same time I'm sharing my experience. So again, if you want to share your experience or have your voice heard, hit us up, okay? Thank you for watching. God bless. Talk to you guys soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.